the sun is hitting me in a really interesting way. It's not like a racing strike going on. Isn't that interesting?
There's the sun on Joe's face.
I'm going to eat it.
You get some vitamin D while you're working. Congratulations.
Everybody needs a little sunshine in their face.
That's true. I'm normally the sunshine in people's lives. Like today, I'm your sunshine.
It is. This is great. So this is BeLive on Twitch, and it's going to be an episode of the Bad Crypto Podcast. We're going to do our bad news episode live here, and then we are going to turn it into the episode that gets released via our podcast tonight. They won't be able to see this, though. You guys, when you get here, we'll be able to see. So good. Including all of the shenanigans and the outtakes.
We actually have negative viewers right now, which is impossible. Except Joel and I are here.
Yeah, so we're here. So we're gonna do this show regardless. This is being broadcast to you by BeLive.tv.
I thought it was from space.
No, it is not from space. It is from the convenience of our computers using technology things.
That's true. Big thanks to BeLive TV. As you can tell, I'm broadcasting from Mars.
It's green there.
Why is my green screen not working? I'm supposed to be in Mars, Mr. Joelcom.
That sounded like Ronnie Moas for a moment. Why is my green screen not working?
I just kind of flow into that sometimes now. Now that I've bought a pair of Crocs, which I must say are the most comfortable pair of shoes ever known to man, backed by science. If you do not agree, Mr. Joelcom, you are a bozo.
You can't be wearing those. That is like the worst.
I'm not. I'm actually wearing my cool Travis shoes.
Worst shoe ever.
They are super damn comfortable, though. I was like, oh, they're squishy and nice.
All right,
it's like until you try them, I guess. But then you turn into like a weirdo who wears Crocs.
So there's actually a commercial streaming when I go to watch the show on Twitch. Advertisement that streams first.
Sweet.
Yeah. Super interesting. Okay. I'm just waiting for the ad to be over so I can make sure it's coming up here. And then we're going to get started here with this episode.
Hello to every one of our millions of viewers.
Commercial is over.
4 million new Rhode Island. I don't know how many people are in Rhode Island, actually. That was a fictitious number that I came up with out of nowhere.
All of the people.
This is the sign of space, everyone.
Okay, let's do this. This is for Bad Crypto number 204, and this airs Thursday, November 8th in the evening. And here comes the teaser in 3, 2. Bitcoin keeps teasing us with a potential bull run. Charlie Shrem says he didn't do it. Nobody saw him do it. John McAfee gets a tattoo and a coin goes up 17%, and the top 10 cryptos getting ready to airdrop 125 million in tokens to wallet holders. It's just another week in the Republic of Bad Cryptopia, and there's so much news afoot and at hand. That's right. We cover all the appendages here, especially if John McAfee's on the show. We know you pay special attention to what celebrities have to say about politics and blockchain, so you'll be glad to hear who the latest Hollywood personality speaking up about crypto has to say. So set phasers to listen, there's a clue, as we dig into this week's biggest crypto and blockchain news. It's the Bad News episode number 204 of the Bad Crypto Podcast. Music gets inserted there. I take a drink of water because I was eating peanuts, Travis.
204, episode 204, plus all of our crypto spotlight episodes. And so we're sitting at like 260 or something that we've done. That's crazy, Mr. Joelcom.
That is totally crazy. Okay, let's do this thing here. Coming in.
We're going to do the thing we do?
Yep. Welcome to the Bad Crypto Podcast, where sometimes jingles come out of my mouth like that.
It's the lounge version of Bad Crypto Podcast. Yeah.
It's bad. So bad. Very bad. I'm Joel Comm. He's Travis Wright. You're sticking with the show tonight. Oh.
Way worse than usual.
Yeah. The podcast.
Normally, you don't actually have video of us doing it. It's normally just our audio all up in your ear holes. Now we're all up in your eye holes.
Yeah. So those of you that are listening to the show in your ears, we are now in partnership with BeLive.tv to broadcast Bad News live each week on their Twitch channel, which is BeLive_on_Twitch. And of course, we link to it in the Bad Crypto Mastermind. It'll be in the show notes. It'll be a different time each week, but if you'll pay attention to the mastermind at badco.in/mastermind, you'll know when we're going to go live and you can come and engage with us.
That's true.
And see us. Like, I see you, Travis.
I see you, Mr. Joel Comm. See, we don't have a set time of when we do it each week because we do it when we want.
We do when we want. And we've got a lot of great news to cover this week. There's some really interesting.
Wait, I thought this was bad news, Mr. Joel Comm.
That's a good news. It's bad news. But first, a shout out to our show sponsor, Digitex. Digitex, Digitex. They are launching a commission-free trading platform for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin futures. They're from the future. This is a revolutionary trading platform that will eliminate all transaction fees. I like that. Don't be paying the transaction fees. Also, no withdrawal or deposit fees. This is a game changer because no other platform allows traders to trade with zero fees like this for futures. It's going to have a great UI. It's going to have a one-click ladder interface. It's going to operate on its own base crypto, the DGTX token. And their exchange is launching at the end of the year. You guys can sign up for the early access waitlist and be one of the very first in the world to trade for free. Go to badco.in/futures and you can check it out. And we think that you should.
Yeah. Zero fees, and it won't hurt your fees.
Why would you want to hurt their fee?
I want to hurt your feelings. All right, great stuff. And actually, full disclosure, we are advisors with Digitex, and because we believe pretty strongly in that project, doing great stuff over there. Cool stuff. Bad news, Mr. Joel Comm. Did you hear about the bad news?
What is the bad news?
There's bad news that's going on. This is bad news right here. We just lost a couple viewers. That's bad news. We're only down to 7.4 million viewers.
Well, for those of you that are watching on Twitch, you're actually going to get to see the stories that we're referring to and talking about. And starting right now, we're going to go to coinmarketcap.com. I'm going to refresh because right now, at this very moment, time stamped at 2:07 p.m. Mountain Time on the 8th, we have a market cap of $215,720,000,000. Bitcoin is at 64.53, Ethereum 213, Ripple 50 cents, Bcash 590 took a nice jump this week. EOS 554, Stellar 26 cents, Litecoin 53 cents, Monero 109 because who cares about Cardano, and Tether still under that dollar peg at 99.38 cents.
So why are you all against Cardano? What have they done to you? Why are you hating on them?
I skip ADA every week. I don't know
you
why.
hate them. I don't know. They are number 8 on the list, Mr. Joel Comm. Quit being a hater. All right, well, let's go to 11 and hit Tron. They are at 2.3 cents. Dash is $167. And IOTA, we never talk about IOTA as well. We hate them.
And we don't hate them. You do.
I hate them.
You didn't like their wallet.
I just hate their wallet. Their wallet was pretty horrible.
Yeah.
I got a question. So is this now it's on Twitch? Is it going to stay on so they can watch the review of it later, or is it
absolutely the replays stay on Twitch? So if you guys that are listening want to go see, including the outtakes, because there will be outtakes. When we record the show, we make mistakes.
We don't. They are happy accidents.
We make happy accidents all over the place. And if you want to see what that looks like, then you can go over to.
Oh, that was a happy accident.
There goes another one. Okay, so that's where it's at right now. And, the first piece of positive news in this bad news episode is from Cointelegraph. Mike Novogratz, who was with Galaxy Digital. He's the CEO, and he told the Financial News, a UK business publication, that Bitcoin, he's bullish. He says Bitcoin's forecast for the end of the year is around 8,900 with highs of 20,000 or more in 2019. That's what he says.
Yeah, he says, and it was really interesting last year with that big run up. I mean, it hit 5,000, then it hit 10,000, then it hit 15, 20,000, all within like 3 months. It was just like boom, 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 boom. It was like the first time it ever hit 5 grand, 10 grand. And then the numbers got so ridiculous to me personally. I was like, it seemed to me that the price should be around 5 grand, right?
Mhm.
It didn't seem like it should have just took off like that. But a lot of people who were smarter than us got out of all their crypto at those high prices, and he says that next year in Q1, by the end of Q1, we should see Bitcoin taking out $10,000, and but who knows? Crypto goes up, crypto goes down. This is just another person who's really smart in the crypto space, but nobody really knows what the price is going to do. A lot of people say they know, but they don't really know, Mr. Joe Com.
Well, this kind of goes along the lines of what Ronnie Moas was saying at World CryptoCon last week and his reasons for why he thinks Bitcoin will pass 28,000 by the end of 2019. And this story on Forbes kind of edit that right there. And this story on Ethereum World News gives additional reasons. We've been talking about Backed, right? BAKKT coming to fruition in December. And that is what many people think is going to clear the way for institutional investment into the crypto space.
Testing, I'm back. Yeah, so that was a really interesting thing. When Backed was announced, they were talking about like a partnership with Starbucks, and you're going to be able to, use your crypto to buy a latte at any Starbucks or whatever. We don't know if that's necessarily the case when it's first rolling out, but the Backed platform, is supposed to be a pretty interesting moment in the age of crypto, apparently, because there's going to be a lot more uses or being able to buy stuff with your crypto. Now, a lot of people like to hold their crypto. They don't necessarily like to purchase stuff. I only like to purchase stuff with my crypto when it's super fast, instantaneous. Like I would much rather purchase stuff with Stellar Lumens or even Ripple. I don't have any Ripple, but like I would because like, oh my God, it's so fast. Like it settles in like 2-3 seconds, right? Some of these other ones I want to hold. I don't want to sell my I don't want to use my Bitcoin to buy stuff with. I normally like to hold it when I can.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see if Backed does indeed launch in early December, and if institutional money does indeed come flying in. It would sure be nice to see a bullish move towards the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
There are those who say if it doesn't happen towards the end of the year, Vinny Lingham said at the World CryptoCon that then we're in for a really long winter.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's also, he had another great point that I really liked when he talked about all of the employees in the crypto space that each month they sell their crypto to get fiat to pay their bills. And there's a lot of them out there that are doing that. And, right now we're not in a place where there's a whole lot of buying because people are trying to figure it out. But it also goes back to that thing that Ronnie Moas said. If you got in and you bought Bitcoin at 20,000 and now it's at 6,500, buy a couple of 6,500, then your cost price averaging is around 11,000. That's a better deal than looking at that one that you got hosed on for 20,000. So, it's a buying time when it's these bear markets, just like Buffett has always said, when other people are greedy, be fearful. And when people are fearful, be greedy. And when cryptos are down like this, I mean, we may not see some of these at these prices ever again. Some of them, they might go lower. Who really knows? We're just basically talking out of our ass over here, Mr. Joe Com.
That's what we do. We're bad. So last week we announced that Charlie Shrem was being accused of stealing 5,000 Bitcoin from the Winklevi. He was, I guess, a custodian that was supposed to oversee trades, and they're just doing the math and realizing that about $32 million in Bitcoin never got back into their hands. And this story from CoinDesk, Charlie is saying, I didn't do it in true Bart Simpson fashion. I didn't do it. Nobody saw me do it. That he
it wasn't me. I think he said, wasn't me.
It wasn't me. What he said was that after I was released from prison, I had a net worth of less than $100,000 and worked for approximately 6 months at a restaurant in Pennsylvania. Since working at the restaurant, I've worked a variety of jobs that have allowed me to accumulate funds and restore myself financially. And he is saying that he never personally owned the 5,000 Bitcoins, nor has he ever personally owned 5,000 Bitcoins all at one time ever, that he never had possession of these Bitcoins.
Yeah, and not only that, but he attached the pair of printouts of transactions as logged by blockchain showing that those 5,000 Bitcoin were moved twice into and later out of a wallet associated with Shrem. And so he basically came with some documents and another redacted document, including emails that explain those transactions. And so who knows? We actually had a chance to meet Charlie and his wife, I believe her name was Courtney, at the World CryptoCon poker tournament. Nice people. Actually, I think that, I don't know. I've never met the Winklevi, but Charlie was a pretty solid dude, seemed like to me. And who knows? But you never know. But he had these transactions. He printed them out. He seemed pretty prepared about it. I don't know. All I know is the Winklevoss twins, they like to sue people.
Well, if it's legitimate, then rightfully so. If not, then I'm sure a judge will dismiss it. All right, let's jump over to our good buddy, John McAfee. And by good buddy, I mean a guy who we know who's been on the show 2 times. We don't really hang out with John.
Never hung out with Mr. John McAfee and drank alcohol or done drugs. So I don't know if we're a good friend of his.
Yeah, well, here's the story. Apparently, he got a tattoo for Skycoin.
I saw it on his Instagram.
Yeah, I'm looking for the picture of it here in this story. It's not here in this story, but if we can, that would be kind of cool. Yeah. So
I actually asked him when he's going to get a bad crypto tattoo, and I got lots of likes on Twitter, but he did not respond to that. So I guess it's probably never. Maybe after he cuts off his junk, he can put a bad crypto tattoo there.
Right, because he's going to need something in that space. Apparently, the coin price jumped right away 12%. He said, I got a Skycoin tattoo today. My tech folks will stitch a 2-minute video together that should capture the essence of the experience. For now, this short clip should summarize why Skycoin. If you have to ask, you've been living in an effing closet. Well, I'm in a closet because I'm
Why Skycoin, Mr. Joel Comm?
Why Skycoin?
What does Skycoin do? I have literally no clue. I must have been in a closet too.
Yeah, it's time for you to come out of the closet, Travis.
You were in the closet first. I was just trying to help you get out of it.
It shot up.
Your closet's right behind you. I see it.
Yeah, it's if you look at the coin market cap, chart for Skycoin, it went like that. Right after he announced it, he got a tattoo. So apparently, McAfee getting a tattoo is all that's needed.
I guess that's a new tweet. I wonder how much he had to pay for that. It's like, look, $150,000 for a tweet, $350,000 for a tattoo.
Yeah,
don't know. Nice.
Let's hang on. Let's do a quick edit there. I want to see this.
Quick edit here, folks.
I want to see this tattoo, John.
Basically, just the logo and it says Skycoin in their font.
I'm looking. Dang it! Let's see, John McAfee. I'm going to show the viewers. All right, here. Let me share the screen. You guys can see that are watching. See, none of this stuff makes the cut on the show. It gets cut. So this is all right. Here he is in the tattoo parlor, getting set up to get it done. So where's the picture of the after? Oh, here he is getting it. Check this out.
Well, it did actually. All I saw was in the video. So if you look at that top video, it shows you at the end.
Yeah, no, I'm like he's getting it done right here.
Oh yeah, that'll show you. I think when he turns around, it should show you his tattoo.
Let's see.
One of those. I think it's the top one that he has up there where he was showing it. That's the one I saw.
Was it? Let me see here. This one?
Yeah. He turns around and it shows the Skycoin. Don't know.
I don't see it. Okay.
Seriously though, who gets press like McAfee does?
Nobody gets. He gets the best press.
He does.
He does.
Hey, we're not going to that story yet. That's our last story, Mr. Joel.
Hang on, I've just got the wrong.
We're preliminarily teasing our audience.
For Aaron, our producer, here we go, coming back in with this. Here's some real bad news, Mr. Travis Wright. because I hope this isn't a precedent for iTunes, but apparently they have removed Anthony Pompliano's show off the chain from the iTunes store without any explanation. It was the 4th place show in investing category and was mysteriously taken down.
I'm going to go ahead and look right now and see if I can find the podcast. You know what? You know, when we had YouTube blocking our channel, like how are we not on Cointelegraph? Off the chain. Yeah,
I'm going to look too.
Off the chain. I see one from 2016. I don't see this one. Here's one called
another edit here.
Here's Anthony Pompliano. Yeah, right. And it's back.
The chain. It is back.
Yeah. His article from Tuesday. Here it is right here. Off the chain.
Yep, I see it as well.
Yeah.
Let me play one. Make sure it plays. All right, so edit back in here, Aaron. But Travis, I just pulled up iTunes and it's there. I see it.
Yeah, I see it as well. And, you know, that's one of those things like we got blocked on YouTube for nothing. We basically had a video that showed people how to get their $10 free of crypto from Coinbase from the affiliate code, basically just for our own audience, not even a public video. It was to show people, because here we are, we're the crypto show that shows the masses how crypto works. And so we got blocked from YouTube, and, you know, we're still not on YouTube. Like, they blocked us and we're done. And we fought it a little bit, and then we said, you know what, screw you, Google, we don't need you. But if Apple starts blocking and eliminating crypto podcasts and start being, you know, like publishers instead of a platform, that could be a big problem for people, because you build up a big audience. Like, what, we have 7 million plus downloads on this show, and like, what, they're just gonna eliminate you and you're done? Like, that's why we need these decentralized solutions, Mr. Joel Comm, so companies can't just eliminate you when they get a whim. Like, some wild social justice warrior can be upset they didn't like something you said, and the next thing you know, they're going to just get your whole show eliminated.
No whims. By the way, as long as I was in iTunes, I went in and pulled us up to see if there were any new reviews. Hooked on Bad Crypto from JQ008. There's only one way to hedge a bear market, and that's to hodl. Bad Crypto knowledge, that is. John McAfee for president, episode number 300. Stay bad.
Hooked on Bad Crypto. Dun, dun, dun.
Nope, Monkey said, bad, not so much. Childlike humor in bite-sized chunks. Good content, though, so you got to give them that. Yeah, give us that. Give us that.
Thanks for the reviews. Appreciate that. There's some other great stuff that's happening in here. Mr. Joel Comm, next up on the news, Jamie Dimon says, I don't give a shit about Bitcoin.
Well, yeah, we feel that way about him too. So next story. This one is, I've used Ether Delta before. Have you?
You know what? That was one of those challenges. Like, first of all, you get on Coinbase, then you maybe move some cryptos over to Bittrex or Poloniex, right? Or Kraken, some of those. That's like a next step. And then some of the coins you want to get, you're like, oh, they're on Ether Delta. And then Ether Delta was kind of like a challenge to kind of figure it out. So it's almost like it's like a next level in your crypto education. If you can get on Ether Delta and figure out how that works. And now there's like another one called Fork Delta or something. Ether Delta, I don't think is around now. I think it's called Fork Delta or something. But
here's the news. The SEC has charged the founder of Ether Delta, Zachary Coburn, with operating an unregistered securities exchange. The regulator said that Ether Delta acts as a secondary market for trading ERC20 tokens, and those Ethereum tokens are digital asset securities. And so they're saying that was bad, and that he has settled the charges. He didn't admit to them or deny them, but he paid $300,000 in disgorgement, $13,000 in prejudgment interest, and a $75,000 penalty. It's almost $400,000. Does that mean they have to? Is Ether Delta shut down now?
Don't know, but you're really good at math, Mr. Joel Comm.
I am good at maths.
Really good. No, you know, it's one of those things. Like, they claim they are a decentralized exchange. Now, there was the creator of the exchange, but it's a decentralized exchange, meaning users can come in, trade freely amongst themselves, right? and not have a whole lot of fees and stuff. And so, it's
It's up still.
exchanges are not a bad idea. But then when you have the SEC and they're trying to, they don't want peer-to-peer crypto exchanging going on without some sort of regulation, Mr. Joel Comm.
It's still there. I mean, the site's still up, so I'm not sure, under what terms he can still operate it, but clearly he is.
SEC just needed some cash money. They wanted to pay Jay Clayton's salary this year.
Here in the United States, we just finished our midterm elections, and without taking political sides here, we just want to report on some of the news related to that. And
hey, actually, today is the 2-year anniversary of the 2016 election.
There you go, making it a thing.
I'm just stating facts. Is a facts a thing?
So here's the fact that 2 pro-crypto candidates score wins in U.S. midterm gubernatorial elections. I always thought that was funny. It's governor, right? It's for governor, but we have to call it gubernatorial. And the two
some governors are goobers. I mean, a lot of politicians are goobers.
Well, Gavin Newsom, who has been the mayor of San Francisco, is now the governor of California.
That's gonna be great. There's going to be shit everywhere and all over the state. San Francisco, and he's the mayor. Whenever it actually all the maps of there's literally geo maps of all the places in San Francisco where you do not want to step because of the homelessness there. But he loves crypto, so I guess he's good.
He took donations at Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, and the other one is here in my state of Colorado. Jared Polis is now.
Oh, he took Bitcoin Cash.
He's going to be the governor. He also accepted via BitPay, Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, and he in his campaign website he had an entire page devoted to his blockchain policy. So perhaps there will be some positive things coming out of these state governments where blockchain is concerned.
Yeah, and Wyoming is right above Colorado, right?
That is true.
Yeah, and Wyoming's really big. They also passed a House bill that exempts crypto from state security regulations, and that was signed into a law recently. So, I think we're going to start seeing more and more of these politicians accepting crypto because you know what? If they have policies that I believe in, I would totally be willing to send in some crypto, right? But a lot of them are not able to. I mean, I wonder if Trump's going to accept crypto in 2020.
I don't know. I think by then, we're going to see.
Candidates are going to have to. I would assume.
A couple years away from there. But speaking of voting, we've talked for some time, as early as we had Horizon State on the show, almost a year and a half ago, that wants to create blockchain voting technology. There's more and more companies that are doing that. This article on CNET says blockchain isn't the answer to our voting system woes, but essentially it can help. And there's a lot of companies that are working in that space right now.
Mm-hmm. Now, I mentioned this before, a few times, but that was one of the, I guess, sort of the reasons that Joel and I actually do a podcast now, because in December of 2016, I wrote a big article on Huffington Post talking about all the crazy stuff that has gone on with the election, but then also said, well, we can complain about the problems or we can create solutions, which I like solutions, and blockchain and some sort of, voter ID that's connected to the blockchain would be really helpful. And this one here is saying, oh, it's not the answer for our voting system woes. But I can tell you what's not the answer is these antiquated, computers from 2008 that when somebody can sit out in the parking lot and jump on the same Wi-Fi and hack it. I mean, seriously, there's a lot of jurisdictions that are using old, electronic voting machines, and that's not good. I'm like either paper or blockchain. That's what I'm like.
Pardon my hanging Chad, if you will. There's 2 apps out there that are working on this. There's a number of them, but Votes and Votum have both pointed out some advantages here. A, voters can verify that their vote was cast as intended and detect tampering. B, governments and independent outside parties can confirm the vote results on the blockchain for better election transparency. And C, with decentralized blockchain databases in which voting data is distributed across many servers, it's harder to destroy or alter results by hacking a single central system. Mm-hmm. And Vote actually using this in West Virginia as an option for overseas voters.
I wonder about this because you know how like there are apps like on Android where I could spoof a phone number and call somebody with a phone number, right? It's like, what number do you want to call somebody from? And you're like, I'm calling from this number. And then it pops up on their caller ID as a spoofed number, right? So like, I do wonder I know with our cell phones, we have our own IMEI code and we have our own SIM card and all this other stuff. But it would have to be very, very secure if we're all voting for our own devices, because you know how hackers think. They're going to try to figure out some way to sort of spoof it. And if somebody's politically bent on impacting something, then a lot of times they will. So you got to make sure that technology is completely, fully baked and locked down before.
There's a cryptography professor at Princeton. His name is Matt Green. And in this report that he helped put together, I think he helped, says if malware on a voter's device alters a vote before it ever reaches a blockchain, the immutability of the blockchain fails to provide the desired integrity, and the voter may never know of the alteration. So what you say...
Well, it's sort of like this. Whenever I do a Bitcoin transaction, if I send you some Bitcoin, Mr. Joel Comm, I can go and look at that transaction ID. So I should be able to go look and see if my thing is officially correct. Or, I should be able to go look and see what that vote was made. It should be transparent. I should be able to go see that my vote is the way that I said it was. And if not, then I could dispute it somehow.
Let's check out a few stories from around the world. This one right here, the world's most bulletproof crypto company to create a coin backed by the Swiss franc. It's called ROCKZ, ROCKZ. It's the first coin paired to one of the most stable fiat currencies in the world, the Swiss franc. And they're partnering with the Geneva Swiss Bank. They're calling it the most reliable and predictable crypto cash and the world's most bulletproof cryptocurrency.
So it's the first coin ever to be paired with the Swiss franc.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Now, I don't know if there's any exchanges out there that are paired to the Swiss franc, but I do know that when you go and exchange some dollars for Swiss francs, you get hosed. Like the Swiss franc is like a for real deal, and the value on that. It's like next time I go to Switzerland, I might be going actually at the end of this month. I'm gonna bring, because I brought some Swiss francs home. Like, I got to take these back with me because these are like expensive. Like, just hold them in your little your currency collection. You got to go take them back. That's
so many stable coins. I mean, it's good to see because competition, breeds excellence.
I would almost say that when it's all said and done, there will be stable coins paired to every currency on the planet.
And there will be unstable coins.
There will be some unstable shows, or there's a lot of those already. Yeah. But I think there's a lot of that stuff going on, and you're going to see more and more of these exchanges with more crypto and more fiat currency pairings, and innovation keeps happening in this space, guys. It's exciting.
You've been to Dubai, right?
I have been to Dubai airport.
Okay. Well, that's close
because there was a big ass sandstorm. Like, it was blowing. You could see the sandstorm coming, and I could not even see the big tall building there, Burj Khalifa or Wiz Khalifa or whatever the name is.
BAS. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, in Dubai, Ripple is setting up an office there, so they're moving forward to take on international domination. They've got banks throughout the Middle East, I suppose, that these partners are going to work with, and they are calling Dubai the remittance capital of the world.
Very nice. Major retail Saudi bank is joining Ripple for international payments. So, not only Dubai, but Saudi Arabia is getting in on the action as well and partnering with Ripple. So, something to keep an eye on for sure. As personally, full disclosure, I don't hold any Ripple. It's a little too centralized for me. I know Mr. Joel Comm probably has a little bit of that.
I have a little bit of that. I do. A lot of people are standing on the sidelines right now, waiting for that institutional money. And this story right here tells us that not everybody's, ready to go yet. BlackRock, which is the world's largest asset manager, is avoiding a Bitcoin ETF until cryptocurrencies become, quote, legitimate.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's one of these ETFs are a double-edged sword. We've had conversations with people like Mark Moss and some other folks on the show, and when ETFs are created, then I think that's kind of like paper Bitcoin. And so, in some cases, it's going to be good. Institutional money will come in, but I don't necessarily know that it's going to be good for the long-term price health of Bitcoin. So, if some of these, if paper Bitcoin is actually able to be fully implemented, and they trade them like they do gold and silver, because we've talked about this multiple times. It's like for every single ounce of gold out there, there's like over 200 paper ounces of gold, and for every ounce of silver, there's over, I think, 500 ounces of silver. So it suppresses the price, it keeps it down, it artificially creates way more quantity than there are in actuality, and so people are buying a Bitcoin, but they're not actually buying a Bitcoin. They don't actually hold the private keys. They're holding a futures, or they're holding a contract for it, and it's not real. So I think long term that could be detrimental to the price, but that, I'm not a financial advisor. That's just what some really smart people who I've listened to and talked to think's going to happen, and I kind of agree.
Neither of us are financial advisors, by the way, in case you guys didn't know that. One of the companies that we've both individually been bullish on is Stellar Lumens, because it is so super fast, and we believe that they can really help to bank the unbanked. Well, this news just came out this week. They are going to airdrop 125 million in XLM tokens to people who are holding blockchain wallets and sign up for the airdrop. So I guess you have to actually choose the airdrop to figure out how to do this, which I don't know.
So that's blockchain.com, I believe, is the wallet. Get that free wallet, and there's something else you need to do. And actually, if you look on the front page of that website, blockchain.com, Bitcoin's there, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, and it shows Stellar right there. And so you can log in, get yourself a sign up, get yourself a wallet, and I believe if you hold a little bit of lumens or something, then they're going to airdrop some to you or something. I'm not sure.
There's a link right here on the front page. Claim your free XLM right here underneath the ticker, and you click there, and then you fill in your email right here. So I'm gonna do that in a bit, because I want to get me some of them free lumens.
I love me lumens.
I want to be part of Luman group.
That's true.
See what I did there?
Good.
And we'll put the link in the show notes for you guys. All the links for these stories are at badco.in/204. By now, you should have figured out how easy it is to find the show notes for episodes, because that's how we do it.
Yeah, we have a system. It's in place.
What else we got here in the human interest arena, Mr. Travis Wright?
Yes. So here on ICOnewswatch.com, pay Bitcoin or else thugs threaten Amsterdam businesses with explosives.
Yikes.
So some business owners in Amsterdam, they're living in fear because some criminals are saying, hey, you need to pay us money in Bitcoin. That's like the new mafia, I guess. Yeah. That sounds like a mafia kind of like old school Chicago thing. You're in a neighborhood, you need to pay your dues to, Jimmy Two Tones.
50,000 euros. They're sending emails to businesses in Amsterdam demanding Bitcoin worth 50,000 euros. Failure to pay, hand grenades will be planted at the business premises, or businesses will come under a hail of bullets, forcing closure. Good grief. That's some craziness right there.
Yeah. Wow. And so they're doing that. Victims of the extortion scheme are instructed to open an account on either Coinbase or Coin Mama. They are then required to buy Bitcoins on either exchange and transfer them to a specific address. Wow. I guess there's been at least 3 coffee shops and a nightclub that have received these threats. And wow. They say if they don't do that, then the fee is going to be doubled to 100,000 euros if it's not paid within 5 days.
Yikes. And zoiks and all of those things that you would hear on Scooby-Doo. That's
what a crazy new world. You know what? It's sad to say, but it's like, I think this is going to be the new kind of financial terrorism that's going to happen in the future. Right. Mm-hmm. That's why, my crypto is in vaults in various banks, it's like, you got to keep safe. Like once I got SIM jacked, and then I was like, oh, So I just keep very little crypto that's easily acceptable, to me. So it's like if I'm somewhere else and somebody's trying, like I can't do anything unless I go to a couple different disclosed locations, and they're not in the same location. Got to be smart about it.
Right. It almost would make sense to have somebody, kind of be your trustee for your crypto where you don't even have any access to the keys at all. That somebody.
You got to do a lot of trust. I mean, how often have you seen sports agents or somebody in the sports oh yeah, I've trusted all my money to my trusted advisor, and now they have a home in Cabo San Lucas and I'm broke. So it's hard to trust people.
There's been a lot of predictions about where Bitcoin is going, and this article on Market Watch in this graphic is really interesting because it shows 11 famous people's Bitcoin predictions, and when they made those predictions, where they expected Bitcoin to be, over the long term. And so we've got Tyler Winklevoss on here. We've got McAfee. We've got Max Kaiser, Jameson Lopp, who's been on the show, Tim Draper, who's been on the show, Trace Meyer, all of our guests.
Trace Meyer's not been on the show.
What, Trace Meyer's not been on the show?
Trace Meyer, come on the show, bro.
Maybe I just mentioned it.
We had Max Kaiser on the show.
We did. We should have him back on again. We had him early on. This is interesting because the price predictions here are all over the map, right? They truly range from $100, which is what Ken Rogoff says that Bitcoin's going to tank and go away, all the way up to what Jim Cramer says, $1 million and everything in between.
Wow. Well, you know what? It's something interesting. There was a document that I saw, a report from China that talked about all the various different blockchains and which ones are most secure and which ones are more advanced and whatnot. And it put Bitcoin at number 11 or something, right? So there's more advanced, more secure blockchains that have better transactions and all this other stuff, but it's not fully decentralized, right? There's normally some headquarters or some CEO of some of those. So that's not in the nature of true crypto. So it's going to be interesting to see, what ends up happening with Bitcoin. I've said this multiple times in the show. I know Ronnie Moaz made a comment like this at the World CryptoCon, but it's I've always kind of said Bitcoin could be the MySpace of crypto. Right now it's tearing it up. It's doing great, but there could be something that comes along. Maybe when quantum computing becomes more relevant or something where there's another cryptocurrency that's just super powerful. But as for now, Bitcoin is the leader, and we'll see the price markings of this, as it goes. We'll see what happens.
And Travis Wright, we continue to see celebrities chime in on this whole cryptocurrency thing. And that's a really bad William Shatner impression, courtesy
William Shatner
of myself. But here's why Shatner's in the news. I love this article title: "Set Phasers to Hodl. Star Trek's William Shatner tweets in support of Vitalik Buterin."
What a great image that is there with Spock and holding up the Ethereum logo, and he's got the Ethereum on his shirt.
That's a Spock Vitalik. It's Spock-talic.
Yeah, it's very good. Vitalik Spockerin.
So he tweeted yesterday to Vitalik, and he just said, at Vitalik Buterin, thumbs up. That was the tweet.
Mm-hmm.
That is the whole essence of the tweet. And then, he got into discussions with people. People wanted to know if Klingons have blockchain and if Ethereum can be transmitted over subspace. So the Twitter feed is actually really funny. If you guys get a chance, we'll link to the tweet in the show notes, and you just need to go check this.
It's like if you grew up and you were a fan of Star Trek, that's one thing. The price line, the stuff. William Shatner's hilarious, and I don't know if you've ever had the chance to see that show that has Henry Winkler, William Shatner, Terry Bradshaw, and George Foreman, and it's called Better Late Than Never. They've done a couple of seasons where they all four go travel. It is one of the funniest shows I have ever seen ever, and I really went into it to watch it. I was very sort of skeptical about it. I was like, all right, let's see what's good. And oh my God, my favorite show of all time, funny show, is Impractical Jokers. that show is super. That makes me laugh so hard. Like I can wake up the neighborhood. But like Better Late Than Never, one of the top 5 funniest comedies on TV that I've ever seen. And I would highly recommend it if you want some laughs or you need some positive hilarity in your life. Go on Hulu and watch some of those episodes because they are fantastic.
Or listen to Bad Crypto because there's hilarity occasionally.
We are the world's funniest podcast by far. Like, I mean,
in your mind.
But
apparently William Shatner knows a little bit about blockchain. He said, he was talking about ERC-20s, ERC-721s, ERC-1701s, and I guess, he got some respect from the crypto community. And then, other people were just making jokes around Star Trek. Because,
not bad for a dude who's 80-something. Like he's like 84.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love Shatner. Great dude. Hilarious. Go watch that show, Better Late Than Never, if you've not seen it. And subscribe to Bad Crypto if you like it.
Yeah, please do. Go to iTunes or Stitcher Radio or Google Play or Spotify or iHeartRadio or any other places that Bad Crypto might be lurking. Please review us. You might get it read on the show, especially if it's a 5-star review, and double especially if it's funny, because we like to read funny reviews written by our funny listeners. That might be you. And be sure to watch the mastermind for when we're going live here on BeLive TV to twitch.tv, because for those of you who have been here, it's been an experience. We see your comments and we appreciate you joining to watch us right now.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting live because we are live, but we're doing it in the format the way it goes out to the podcast. So we're not always responding to the live comments. We're actually not doing that. We might do that after the show is over, but we got a format to do, man. We got to stay on it.
That's right. And we've got to stay bad.
That's true.
And there's the edit for our producer. Cool. So that's the end of the show. Thanks, Patricia and Malkari and Telegrams, and those of you who Alpha Gar, those of you who joined us today and commented, let us know you're watching. This is it's an interesting way to do news.
Yeah, that is true. Very interesting way to do the news.
And we'll do it again next week.
We'll do it again next week?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do it most weeks.
Yeah.
Until BeLive tells us to, hit the road.
Yeah. All right. We're going to end the stream now. So, Mr. Travis Wright, good job. I'll see you on a call soon.
Thank you, brother.
Cheers.
Much love, everybody.